With little hesitation, French counter-terror police moved into the Bataclan concert hall in Paris. They were forced to move quickly because the terrorists were killing hostages. One witness said the gunmen were silent and calm and just shot people randomly. They would reload and carry on. The attackers in the hall, reportedly 3 of them, then blew themselves up when the police raid began. The survivors hurried out, some with their hands above their head, others with their head in their hands. The paramedics went in. What they found was a massacre. One official described it as carnage.
We were by the bar, so we heard firecrackers, or what we thought were firecrackers. We turned around and then I saw 2 young men, no older than 25, with Kalashnikovs. They told us to lie down. There was one who kept gesturing for us to get down. We all lay down. The whole room lay down. I was completely under other people, and they kept shooting, but they would stop from time to time.
This man's life was saved when a bullet hit his mobile phone.
When he hung up, I was crossing the road and it exploded in front of me. Everything went up in flames. I felt the reverberations and I left. I fell down, then got up. That's when you saw me. You were already in the area. Here's the phone that took the shot, and it's that saved me. Otherwise, my head was in pieces.
One of the first attacks of the evening was at the Stade de France, where France were playing Germany. 2 suicide bombs were detonated outside the stadium. After the match was over, many of the spectators waited on the pitch and in the stands, not sure what was going on and whether it was safe to leave.
The game carried on all the way to the 90 minutes. As far as we were aware, it was, even though we were getting news reports, we thought it was something trivial. We thought it was a hoax or something that had gone wrong. We didn't realise the full extent of it until we got outside.
President Hollande was in the crowd. He was rushed away to the Ministry of Interior and Safety. Events were just beginning to unfold across the city. At a restaurant in the 10th arrondissement, the centre of Paris, attackers opened fire on diners through the glass windows. This was filmed immediately afterwards. The man tries to get people to come and help an injured woman on the ground by the car. 14 people were killed here. Shots were also heard near the Pompidou Centre and on the Rue de Charonne.
I'm registering the pain, the sadness, the horror and the fear tonight. Paris is once again in mourning. The death toll is very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. The places that were hit were places where Parisians like to go out, where the young people of Paris like to go on the weekends or in the evenings. They obviously wanted to hit as much of that liberty, of that youth as they could.
As the gendarme confirmed that the attackers had been killed, President Hollande visited the Bataclan Hall and addressed the nation.
To all those who have seen these awful things, I want to say that we are going to lead a war which will be pitiless. Because when terrorists are capable of committing such atrocities, they must be certain that they are facing a determined France, a united France, a France that is together and does not let itself be moved, even if today we express infinite sorrow.
In Washington, President Obama gave a statement on live television.
The American people draw strength from the French people's commitment to life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We are reminded in this time of tragedy that the bonds of liberté and égalité and fraternité are not only values that the French people care so deeply about, but they are values that we share.
France temporarily shut its borders. American Airlines suspended transatlantic flights to the country. Parisians were told to stay indoors. The city went into lockdown.
This is going to change the feel of Paris a lot, and the feeling will be that not enough was done after the Charlie Hebdo attacks, beyond some pretty limited marches and people saying how terrible it all was. I think people will be looking for very, very strong political action now.
Paris is already showing the sort of defiance that strengthened the city in the days after the Charlie Hebdo attacks. As the crowds left the Stade de France stadium after the attacks there, they sang La Marseillaise. But this is the deadliest terrorist attack in Europe since the Madrid bombings in 2004, and it has happened in Paris again. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News.